Hello, hello, hello. It is Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process video, I am going to share 4 completed layouts using the Cosette products from Close to My Heart that is available from April through the end of June of 2023. So I am going to show you first from the catalog the Cosette collection, and I'll show you all 3 collections that are available right now and a lot of other products. So that's why you need to come over and check out Close to My Heart through my link, which will be listed below in the description box. So here is a sample layout, which you can scrap lift, some cards, the papers, and the sticker sheet. Then there's coordinating cardstock. So I did pick up the Cosette paper and sticker sheet, the coordinating cardstock, the die cuts, and the life cards. They also have the card making stamp and thin cut set, which you can use that on scrapbooking layouts if you create layouts. They also here are samples of double spread layouts that you would make using the Cosette scrapbooking workshop, or you can purchase the workshop and take those products and create your own layouts, be it single layouts or different double spread layouts. Right. You could take some. And here is the Cosette card making workshop. And then May's feature collection is Hey Handsome. Isn't this gorgeous? And I'm not going to go into detail about that because I will be sharing some layouts next month, and I will go over the kit and so forth. And then for the month of June is Hello Darling. It's right, so now let's go back to the Cosette collection. Oh, and there is right here, mixin paper, pattern paper, and cardstock that go with all 3 of those collections. And I did pick up both of those as well. Now I'm going to bring over my layout here. And I know right off the bat, you're probably noticing the bride stamp here in her wedding gown, and it is available during April through June, and it is called Beautiful Bride, and it is Z4697. I stamped this out here on daisy white cardstock using black archival ink because I wasn't sure if I was going to do some coloring, but I decided to leave it just the black and white because my niece in February got married, and she sent me this photo that is this kind of gray and white, and I love it, love it, love it. So I left that the same. Then from Close to My Heart is this thin cut. It doesn't come with the stamp set, and the thin cut is still available. It's something that they get in stock all the time. It's a favorite. It's called Fancy Dolies, and it's CC5226. And the last I looked, it was still available, and you get this smaller one and this larger one. And I use the Cosette paper here. The pattern paper, let me get that back out. Let me show you. And that's this one right here to cut out that dolly. This pattern paper comes with that sticker and pattern paper, or you can just buy the pattern paper itself. And so I cut this one here, 7.5 by 12. This is the mulberry paper, and I trimmed it 5 by 12, and then from one of the pattern papers, it's from this one, is the zip strip, and I placed that right across there. And then with the Beautiful Bride stamp comes this word that says Beautiful Bride to Be, and it does not have a thin cut. These ones here that are kind of a bluish color have the thin cuts, so I just fussy cut that out. You could also just stamp on your layout, but I was layering these shoes, which I used archival ink and stamped that on our glitter paper. Yes, you can buy 12 by 12 sheets of glitter paper in, I think, 7 or 8 colors. So that is the white. And then I added some of that glitter paper, just a thin border right here. I matted my photograph on charcoal. No, that's not charcoal. This is pewter. I'm sorry, cardstock paper. And it just made this photograph pop. And then I added pearls right here, which was from my scrappy stash. I can't remember if Close to My Heart. I thought we sold pearls at one time, but they're not in the core catalog. So I'm just going to say it was in my scrappy stash. I'm not sure if it came a long time ago from Close to My Heart. And then for my little bit of splatters here, I use the Mulberry shimmer brush, and I just splattered some on there. And that's all I'm going to do for this layout. This layout will go to my... Here is another photograph of another niece of mine, which is... And so now you can see that I stamped out the bride stamp on our glitter paper. And then for the flowers right here, I used Tri-Blend in Dusty Purple, and I just colored just that little bouquet of purple because of the bridesmaids' dresses right here. And there is some shadowing on her dress. The sun's coming in. I think it's picking up some of the wood color from the wood beams on the patio and the dresses, but that dress was all white. It's just gorgeous. But I needed to document this photograph of my sister-in-law and her, sending her off for her new life. All right. So for the base paper, I have here grape cardstock from Close to My Heart, French vanilla cardstock, the pattern paper from the Cosette collection, the mulberry paper from Close to My Heart, and this gorgeous thin cut set. It was a special, and it was called Daisy Daisy CC2235. It is not available. I don't know if it'll come back, but that's what I used to layer that up. The butterfly I cut from the pattern paper and placed it here. This arrow is from the Cosette die cut pieces right here, and I inked the edge using black ink from Close to My Heart. From the Cosette pattern paper set, I used strips here that was left over from this paper. So I still have another 12 by 12 from my original package of the sticker sheet and pattern paper. Even though I picked up a second set of just the pattern paper, I just wanted to let you know. And then I trimmed this one here. Do you want to know the measurements? Let me give them to you. This one I trimmed. It is 6.5 by 6. Now this sticker right here was from my scrappy stash, along with these word phrases that says, "Precious, you are so loved." And this says, "Oh, happy day." Here is a sticker from the sticker sheet from the Cosette collection. Now for the word beautiful, I stamped it again on our white glitter paper, and I used the Stamp and Thin Cut set that's called Hope and Kindness. It is CC5225. It was still available the last I looked. These enamel dots were from my scrappy stash. We do sell enamel dots, and hearts and stars come on one sheet of colors. But like I said, this was from my scrappy stash, and I had it on my desk and I used it. For my splatters, once again, I use Mulberry shimmer brush and did splatters here, and so you see you get a little bit of a different look when it's on French vanilla cardstock versus being on the pattern paper. Not much of a difference of the tone, just a tiny bit. Oh, and when I stamped out the word beautiful on the glitter paper, I used archival ink. And then I just let the stamp sit on there. I kind of just lightly pressed it down for a little bit because the glitter paper is glitter and rough. So if you don't let it sit there for, I would say, about a minute, the impression, you might have to stamp it again. And it's easy to line up and double stamp it to be a little bit darker. And then this right here is the Wisteria cardstock from Close to My Heart, and I cut out a thin circle. Now for layout number 3. This is my niece from 2 years ago at her bridal shower. And that's her husband-to-be, of course, at the time. And this one, the cardstock is Harbor. And you see I've got this distressing going on along here. I used the stamp set called Background Elements D2123. It is my favorite. There is another favorite of Background Elements, but this is one of my favorites. It's still available. And see this long one? That's what I stamped right here, right there, and right there using toffee ink from Close to My Heart, not the mocha, the toffee. And I used the toffee to ink the edge of my French vanilla cardstock, which this is cut 11 by 11, and this is the full 12 by 12. And then I gutted that paper and I took it, the 10 by 10 that was left, and I cut this down to fit this embossing folder, which would be 5, I think it's 5 by 7. It's from Close to My Heart. I don't know if this is still available, but go look. It's called Botanical, and it's Z4095. I put that inside here, put it through my die cutting, and I did it twice, and it automatically brought the white, because, you know, Close to My Heart cardstock paper has that white core. I didn't even have to use a sanding tool or a nail file. It did it on its own. I love how that turned out. Again, I used the Cosette pattern paper. Remember, it's right here, to do the dolly. And then this tag here, I used my tag set from Close to My Heart. And it is not available anymore, and I can't remember. I didn't leave it out on my desk. I apologize. If you want to know, in case you can find it somewhere else, or maybe it'll come back in stock, just leave a comment below and I'll get it. The Together came from the sticker sheet. I guess I should get out the sticker sheet for you guys. I'm sorry. So here's the sticker sheet. See, I've used quite a bit of the stickers. Oops, this one got moved. It hasn't been used. It spells out the word life. Okay. So this came from the sticker sheet. Together came from the sticker sheet. let's see, what else did I use from the sticker sheet? Because stuff, oh, I used this from the sticker sheet and used the Toffee exclusive ink from Close to My Heart. This I fussy cut from the pattern paper. This I fussy cut from the pattern paper. And this one I fussy cut from the pattern paper. And I inked the edges using the Toffee ink from Close to My Heart. The butterfly here came from the die cut pack from the Cosette collection. And then again, I used pearls here, and I mimicked this again because I loved it. I didn't think it'd be a problem. My nieces live in different states. This is a bridal shower. Hers was on her actually wedding day. And they're just, you know, and they got married at different times. Different locations, different times. Love how this turned out. This is just, they're all my favorites. Oh, see, I gutted it and it stuck. Next one here. This is my granddaughter, and she had a photo shoot a year ago right before Thanksgiving, fall of last year. And oh, I love how this turned out. Again, this is not a wedding. You know how we talk about, we use feminine papers, even if it's for guy layouts. Well, it's the opposite too. We can use, masculine paper for girls' layouts. It doesn't matter. All right, so for my cardstock here, it is not double matted. It sure looks like it, right? Well, I distressed it using a sand disc here. And Close to My Heart does not sell these sand discs. You could use a nail file, but I picked this up from Tim Holtz from a scrappy supply place. And so I roughed up my pattern paper here. I think this is the Evergreen, and it was a specialty paper from another collection that I didn't use up, but I used it now. And this is Dusty Rose paper, and then I even took this sand thing, and I just went like this to rough up the inside of the paper. This is the zip strip from the Cosette collection, because you're saying, wait a minute, Dolly, where's the Cosette collection? This paper here is the Cosette collection. The Toffee paper is the coordinating cardstock. The Lagoon is right here. And I double matted the pattern paper onto the Toffee paper here. I matted my photograph on our black glitter paper from Close to My Heart. Then matted it on Toffee paper. I took some of the glitter paper that was left over and tucked it in right here. And these succulents these bulbs right here, and this succulent came from the collection called In Full Bloom, and I can't remember when that was released, but anyway, it is from Close to My Heart, and they weren't used at that time. I used a lot of the product. I still have product left because it was another favorite of mine, and I bought 2 sets of that collection. And that's because I used that collection to document a lot of my niece that got married 2 years ago, her bridal shower. So I had that, and I added that. This came from the Cosette sticker sheet. And this came from the Cosette sticker sheet. So that came right there, and that one came from right there. This one came from right there. So that came from it. Then this is the die cut from the Cosette collection. There's a frame right here. It kind of blends into this pattern paper, which is what I wanted, but it adds dimension to this layout along with this butterfly. Then I fussy cut from the pattern paper here. Love this life. This little postage stamp here. This little piece right here. And this word piece right there. Then I took some twine from my stash and just did this little circular. Again, just adding like an outdoor element. To me, it feels like rustic. That's the word I was looking for based off the photograph. And this sticker right here came from the Cosette sticker sheet. I used just a little section of it and tucked it in over there. Now, what didn't come from close to my heart is my title. That is from Cocoa Vanilla, and the script and everything goes with the feel and mood of this layout. So that's why it is on here. I just love it. So that is my 4 layouts that I've completed. Enough of that jabbering. Like I said, I appreciate you all for stopping by and watching the videos. And I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. That brings traffic to my channel so that we are inspiring people that you and I don't know. And most of all, get out your photographs and get out whatever scrappy supplies you have and document those memories in a fun, creative way. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.